To that very jam, go take a time and listen to it. I've got a gentleman himself with me in the studios of Love 99.5 FM. Krymi.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm very, very fine. Now, when I had that very phone call that Krymi is coming to town,
Yeah.
I knew that is actually the right time we are having this very conversation.
Trust me.
And how's the journey been so far?
It's cool. It's a bit, it's long, but it's cool. I've sat in playing for a longer time, so this is cool for me. And I like to come home. This is home.
Okay.
Yes, I grew up here. I went to Opokwari. I went to Cape Poly, which is now Kumasi Technical University.
Oh, really?
Yes. So literally, I grew up here. So this is home.
Okay.
So it was fun for me to come back home.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Now, for how long have you been away from home?
For quite a long time. Because when I was coming, I saw a couple of changes. I was like, okay, it's still home though, but there's changes here. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
You know, one of my worries with you, Krymi,
Tell me.
It's something I worry personally.
Tell me.
This is some individual or one individual, pen game, amazing.
Thank you.
Voice, amazing. And I'm
Thank
talking
you.
about voice range. So it talks about the dexterity of your voice.
Thank
The
you.
range is simply amazing. The
Thank you.
talent is also checked.
Thank you.
Do you think Ghanaians have not been fair to Krymi?
I wouldn't say Ghanaians. I'll say the market. You see, one good thing about me getting to where I am now is learning about music business and how the market works. And you realize that there's so much investment when it comes to certain artists getting to some level. And it is evident in the now Nigerian artists who are sort of looks like they are a bit above the Ghanaian artists. And the market is like that. If you learn how to market the music, if you learn how to sell the music to people, they will eat it up. They would love to buy it. But if you don't know how to market it properly, then you would feel, yes, it looks good. The product looks good, but it's not Coke. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I get you.
Yes, there are other drink products. They look good. It tastes awesome, but it's not Coke. Means Coke has mastered the art of selling their brand. Even when you have better brands, it's about selling it to get that audience or that class. And I think that's the level I've gotten to, how to market it or how to sell it to the point where it would make relevance, not just in Ghana, but outside.
Is this something you are not realizing because you've been in the mainstream and out of the mainstream?
Yes.
Some would even say at a point whereby there was a point you were going higher. It was at that very point Krymi decided to just fade out of it. What could have accounted to that?
There are details to these things, and some contractually, I might not be able to tell you those details. But what I can tell you is the rise of Krymi. From the very beginning of Krymi, from 2014 there, to Krymi becoming big around 2016 to now, has to do with various, marketing groups or marketing labels doing what they can to push Krymi to that level. And after that, Krymi transitioning from that to become an individual artist, learning how things are done and trying to match up when it comes to investment. I mean, putting quality, putting value on Krymi to that extent. You can see that Krymi didn't release back-to-back songs.
Exactly.
Even when under the label. It means it takes a lot to get to that point.
True.
So you know that there's a learning curve to put Krymi to that level. I genuinely understand that my fans always want the music out there. If I put the music out there, I have to be able to back it with a proper budget and proper marketing to be able to get the recognition the song deserves. And I think that is where I've got into, where I'm learning how to do that and gathering some form of, quote and unquote, some form of finance to push behind it.
Now, Jet was a big song.
Yes.
Yourself, Sarkodie, and Mr. Drew.
Yeah.
Big song.
Thank you.
Now, per what you have spoken of now, am I saying, did you not make that amount of money you were seeking for, or the investment you placed in that very song?
There are details to these things that I cannot say here. I cannot say here because it is still in talks in some levels that I can't disclose. But I would say that maybe my lawyer used to say, I can neither confirm nor deny. Maybe this topic, I would probably put it on the side. When there's proper information to give, I'll gladly give it. But we'll move on from there.
Nice. Guys, if
I hope that should give you an idea of what I'm trying to say,
I
but
get it.
not saying.
I had wanted clarity though,
Thank
but
you
I
very
do
much.
understand you, and
Thank you very
I wouldn't
much.
push it further.
Thank you
If
very
you're
much.
just
I
joining
appreciate
us as well, this is the city's greatest late afternoon show, The Drive Time, on Love 99.5 FM. I'm sitting with talented Krymi. Now, you know Krymi, you definitely know that this is a big talent. And I say, and I'll keep on saying that, he's one of the talents that I think Ghanaians have slept on for a very, very long time. Krymi, what is your relation with Kel Songs now?
Well, cool. Well, I've not heard from him for a while. But, well, cool. I think a year or two, he had a show. I performed for him. So we don't have any banter.
Now, what brought about that brouhaha between yourself, Krymi,
it's
and...
the same old thing. You see, the issue about J, somebody said, somebody owns a thing. Unfortunately, when the real thing came out, there was some apologies here and there. Me, I don't hold on to things, so I let things go. I think I've gotten to the point where I don't hold the past too hard, because everybody can make mistakes. Even me, I can make my own mistakes. But I pray that we all move on from that, because that shouldn't be the industry. The industry should be the energy of us being able to perform and push the best out of the talents that we have to make the industry bigger and better, even to make ourselves bigger and better. We don't need to be holding on old stuff. So, well, cool.
Nice one. Is the industry friendly?
I would say it has its pros and cons.
What has been your fair share?
My fair share is having a beautiful audience that even when Krymi is quiet, they still come and text, bro, we miss you. We want to have some new songs from you. Those are the audience that I love to always have in my corner, so that when you have music, they listen, they're like, we love this. How are we pushing this? How can we help? That is what the industry gave me. The right audience who love Krymi. The cons is that if you are not able to push that level of finance, it feels as if your music has not. Because I have people asking me, when are we waiting for our new, the next song? And I tell them, have you heard this song? And they're like, no. It means the marketing didn't reach them. Do you get me? I tell them, do you know that I've released like 3 songs already? 4 songs already. They're like, really? We've not heard it. It means the marketing has not reached them. Hence why we need to do more of this. We need to have more people like you to be able to help us spread the music, because the music is out there and we're still working hard.
Now, of your journey coming into the main light. Now, I know you started from reality shows.
Yeah.
Then you grew, and I think season 5 of Hitmaker was one of the best seasons I've seen so far, and it was one of the seasons that brought about talent and superstars just like yourself,
so true.
and the rest of the individuals. What has been the lesson so far in the industry?
Okay, so my greatest lesson is to learn to connect with the right people. Because yes, the reality show put me in front of people. I had people watch me, and I'm happy and I'm grateful for that. But I hope you know this man here.
Yes.
After the reality show, I'm talking about 2017, I think. Yeah. After the reality show, if it wasn't for Kewa, maybe people would have not
heard from you.
No, people would have not known Krymi as this big. After 2011, I went to Start of the Future. Maybe around 2014, if I had not met Amaziba Fifi Smith, maybe people wouldn't have even known Krymi. So my greatest lesson was find a way and create the right connect to bring the right people around you. Because growth is not individual. Growth can be you bringing ideas. But to be bigger, you need people to also bring the ideas together and bring the workforce, bring the help you need to get there. I can tell you for a fact that Krymi being Krymi now is people. It's people. I can sing all the songs in the world. If the audience are not listening, who am I singing it to? It's people. Make the right connect. Get the right audience. Find a way and connect to them. Let them be part of you. To me, that's the greatest takeaway.
A lot of the young arts would want to have what you have now. Want to have the exposure. Want to have even your writing skill, your voice, and even your audience. What advice do you have for the young ones who are wanting to be in the music industry?
I'll say, even if you know, learn. Even if you know, learn. One great thing that I took from one of my uncles is that he said he might have one. You might know the same one. He will listen and see if my one is better than your one or your one is better than mine. And then compare and take the best out of the one. He means, even if you know, listen, try and learn and become a better version of yourself. That is the greatest gift to all the young cats out there. Because right now, I've seen that music is dynamic. People have different ideas, weird ideas that you have no idea about. Creativity is like that. Creativity is weird. And anything can blow you regardless of how funny or silly you think it sounds or it looks. So be open, learn, and try and be creative around whatever you have, because the talent is in you. Let it come out.
Nice one. That is Krymi for you. What is the latest from Krymi? Because it's been long.
Yeah.
I've listened to some couple of songs when I got to know that you're coming through.
Yeah.
Then it seems that the work is actually being done.
Yes.
But just as you said, certain things ought to be done right.
Exactly.
Certain things ought to be done right.
Exactly.
But then again, what is the latest from Krymi?
So I can say for a fact that this year has been a good year for Krymi. Krymi has tonight, from the latter part of last year to this year, a beautiful song called Adum and Far Away. And I think just a day ago, just yesterday, Krymi dropped a beautiful banger called Asowudem.
Asowudem.
Yes, and that is my first ever Amapiano song. I'm excited. I produced the song myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did that production yourself.
Yeah. And big shout outs to people like Anel Worldwide, who did some of the log drums and stuff. And then the mix and mastering was done by my boy Confirm Beat. These guys are awesome guys. And trust me, Asowudem, you will enjoy it.
Now, why Asowudem?
Okay, so I was challenged by my brothers to do an Amapiano song. And I wanted something where they be the boys. Because they were my brothers and they were like, Charlie, we need something where go be. So that was the initial idea, that they be the boys. And the beat, I loved it so much. I said, I beat in there, Asowudem.
Hence the title Asowudem.
And when you think about it, Asowudem is like, it's open, it's general. Anything can quote and unquote Asowudem.
Asowudem, exactly. Bibi abe out there. And you no cry about me Asowudem. Latest from the camp of Krymi, he calls this one Asowudem.
Yeah.
Come on, see.
Drive time online
With Melvin and DJ Hashtag.
The boys. The thing it be the boys. I swear it be the boys. I saw them. Say I saw them. I saw them. Say I saw them. Menoti party mokwa pete yokotuna. I know that nigga be slim, but he carry yokozuna. Select our careers go play the team, let me feel like don't put my gaga. Make people get you tired. Shy yo. Soon as they step in the club or the girl them a do. Shy yo. You go feel am for waist, you go feel am for body, I know. So, that is it, she don't want my hand. She don't want make a go man handle. One and a go go see I see them in the man. Share, I saw them. Say, I saw them.
Kelvin and DJ Hashtag.
Oh boy! And this is something you're thinking you are not wanting to do, or something that you never tried doing.
Well, I never tried an Amapiano song before, so it was a good challenge for me.
Yeah.
And this era, this time, I think Amapiano has literally taken over the clubs.
Exactly.
And my brothers were like, "Bo, you need to do an Amapiano song. We need to have you on an Amapiano song, because when the songs are being pitched back to back, at least they can put your music in there. At least when they are playing Amapiano, your music is there. When they are playing mid tempo, your music is there. Up tempo, your music is there. Even do ballads, and I have a ballad song that will come soon. I'm looking to put that song next year, February, around the festive season. But guess what? That's the idea.
Nice one.
And I'm excited about this.
Nice one. I'm seriously happy to be having you back. And I'm loving the energy you're giving now, because it looks like you're very much poised and now ready to give back to people who've missed you for a very long time.
Most definitely.
Again, for this I say I'd want you to take it and also build on it. You are a talent that we've slept on for far too long. Now prove us that you are that very individual that could also take Ghana to the globe.
Most definitely. Trust me. Sometimes when I watch social media, when I scroll on social media and I hear some of the songs, the guys are good, but I know I have what it takes to put Ghana on not just the map, make Ghana the highlight of the map.
Exactly.
And I'm not looking to be just a Ghanaian artist. I'm looking to be a musician worldwide, respected. Whenever I see Burna Boy, whenever I see Whiskey, Davido, all the guys, even Stoneboy Dems, I see Sarkodie Dems, I'm super excited, and it encourages me more to give more. I know very well that I can be the first artist to, put the O2 Arena show together. I'm not talking about Indigo.
We are expecting that. Now, this just reminds me, and this is just a wrap up to our conversation. Would you say you weighed so much on your talent and you forgot about studying the business aspect of music?
You are so true. 100%. I started music as a greenhorn. When I say I started music as a greenhorn, I loved music, but I didn't know anything about the music business. I was blessed enough to have people like Amanzi Bafifi Smith who started me off very well. And then I entered into a label deal sometime, which everybody knows about it. Knowing music business should be your number one target. I'm telling everybody, including the young people, knowing music business should be your number one target. You don't need management first, you need a lawyer first. I've said it. I don't care what anybody says. You need a lawyer first. Yes, but learn the business. Know what it means. What is distribution? What is PRO? What do you need to be able to sell your music digitally? The era of selling CDs has passed. Hence, why our musicians couldn't sell music, because everything is now digital. But it was only because we didn't know how to sell it digitally. You know how to sell it physically, because you can make CDs and vinyls and even put some on pen drives and sell. But how to sell it digitally was our challenge. Now we know there are DSPs, there are distributors who distribute your music to streaming platforms that you can make some coins from that. You know that you have to have something called a PRO, Publishing Royalty Collection Agency. You need all these things to give you something called an IPI number. That is what you will need for your publishers to be able to give you your royalties, your publishing royalties. You need all that to also let your DSPs give you, some of the DSPs like TuneCore, they give you UPC codes, ISRC codes. These codes are like barcodes on products to make sure that this is your product. You get me? There are certain things you need to put in place. You need to understand. You need to know that there are different types of royalties. There are publishing, there are mechanical royalties. Even publishing royalties, there are 2 types of royalties. You need to know all these things. You need to know what song trust is, what sound exchange is. You need to know certain things, what sync licensing is. Please. I'm happy I went through it, whether the hard way or the solid way, I have learned and I'm able to share this information to the young guys. I wish they would listen and better their craft so that nobody will come and give them some deals and take their money and then tell them you're ungrateful at the end of the day.
Nice one. That is Krymi for you. He's got a new tune out there. I saw me them and this word. It is an amapiano song.
Exactly.
Okay. An amapiano song. It is out there for my DJs as well. Let's go grab it and bank it in the clubs as well. Let's have a good time with it.
Yes,
it is
sir.
I Saw Me Them by Krymi. Krymi,
Yes,
you
sir.
can't come here and go. I want you to just perform Naughty for me a cappella wise. I know I Saw Me Them is a bigger song and it's a new song we are promoting, but I beg of you, for people to understand what I spoke of early on with respect to the voice, and this is not any studio that we are in, so you definitely would have a touch of your voice and hear. This is Krymi performing an a cappella right here in the studios of Love 99.5 FM. I love to hear Naughty.
Baby, 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 yeah. Oh, na, na, na. See, you do like you know like, but you like 'em. Say na me be number one lover right now. So give me that number, make her write them. Oh, na, na, na. The way you grind make her stand attention. Your freaky things give me tension. See, this one go fi be when a Genesis. It go fi be when a Genesis. I like the way you be naughty. Yeah. Oh, girl, you be naughty, girl. Na, 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 you be naughty, girl. The way you do me be naughty, girl. I like the way you be naughty. Yeah. Oh, now you be naughty, girl. Na, 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 you be naughty, girl. The way you do me be naughty, girl. Hey, baby, hold up. Girl, you got me addicted to you, oh, Lord. Yeah, now you the sequence my feelings, oh, girl. Say you massacre me in my defense, oh. Yeah, yeah, in my Range Rover. Baby, give me a be bad man soldier. If you tire, make we can change over. Bend down, make us suck your soda.
So that is Naughty by Krymi. Go check it out as well on the DSPs, and an amazing song. This is Adom from the camp of Krymi, from the TOP. Krymi, thank you very much for coming
you so
through.
much. I really appreciate
you
Thank
being
you so
here
much.
as well. And you want something?
Yes. So one of my seniors, he's called Sam Nelson.
Okay.
And he's from the CBT, the Civil Engineering Department, which I was part of the Civil Engineering Department.
Oh, okay.
So I'll say big shout out to all the Cape Poly guys, not just Civil Engineering, but all the guys see Cape Poly. These guys are supportive, not just Cape Poly, but all the guys who knew me from the past, from Opukwari, from APS, from Cape Poly. They are listening right now, and big shout out to you, Sam Nelson. Thank you so much, my brother. Appreciate you.
Nice one. And Adom is also a song from Krymi, if you've not heard it from the